Welcome to Miami. This is the ACC on ESPN, and a very important conference matchup in South Florida today as number 22 Georgia Tech is in town to meet the Canes. Hi again, everyone. Bob Wischusen alongside
Miami,
Bob.
You see 3-3. Their problem has been inconsistency. We've seen flashes of how good they can be. They just have not put it all together. It's time to do that because we're already halfway through this football season.
And here comes Al Golden's Hurricanes.
You've seen the triple option for years when you were at Temple. What's the best way to defend it?
Change up the tempo on the quarterback, make sure we tackle the dive really well, and then change up the perimeter force as much as you can.
You're now missing two defensive tackles that were starting. How do you fill those gaps today?
Well, again, we just need some guys to go in there, play hard against the dive, and the quarterback follow play. They don't need to be great ones today inside. We just can't get knocked back. Those guys will come through for us.
All right, appreciate your time. Thanks, Coach.
Kicker or kickoffs. Miami, excellent return man in Travis Benjamin.
David Scully sends it deep, and Benjamin won't even attempt as he lets it die in the end zone, so it will be a touchback. And the ball will come out
receiver's not open, the tailback's always in a position for the check down. He thinks that's the reason for his success.
The toss, a flea flicker on the first play of the game. Harris looking downfield, unloads a deep one. Underthrown for Benjamin, and he can't make the play. Well, Travis Benjamin was behind the Georgia Tech defense. To the ground on 2nd and 10. And a dive out to about the 22-yard line. Ijon Cross brought down Lamar Miller as we take a look at today's Miami impact players. Harris takes it all the way down. Looks away from the bunch formation and lobs one up the right sideline. Underthrown, intended for Allen Hurns. A little face guarding by Georgia Tech. The Miami sideline was looking for a flag. It'll be fourth. If you're not looking back for the football, the wide receiver tries to fight his way back to the ball, as Hurns did there. Sometimes you can get a flag. That's a terrific punt. And it's down all the way down at about the 20-yard line. As Dalton Botts unloaded one deep. 58-yard punt from Dalton Botts and no return. Roddy Jones goes in motion. Washington to throw on first down. Way up in the air and an interception. He air-mailed Orwin Smith, and JoJo Nicholas, playing center field, comes up with an easy interception. And we also have an injured Georgia Tech Yellow Jacket back behind the line as well. The starting center, Jay Finch, is down holding his knee.
I'm giving the quarterback the credit of the doubt. I think that was miscommunication.
At least I hope it. For the Canes and Miami back in business in plus territory. And right up the middle, a strong run by Lamar Miller. Nearly 8 yards on first down. It'll be 2nd down and short for the Canes. Off to the fullback, Mike James, and he is driven back. Lost a yard. It'll be 3rd down and about 3.
Runs the ball better. That's who's going to win.
Let's see what Ja'Cory Harris with 3 wide receivers dials up on 3rd down and 3. Harris well protected, low throw and a bad one in the right flat to Mike James. James probably had no chance to pick up the first down.
Punt the ball here.
Harris out of the shotgun, takes the snap. Canes go for it on 4th down. He's got a man wide open. First down, flip to Philip Dorsett. And the Canes convert on 4th and 3, a gain of 12.
Yeah. You're going to see the inside receiver right here. The freshman just come up through the middle and is just wide open. I mean, that is a crater in the middle of that field right there. And the big gamble paid off for Al.
They'll hand it to Miller. He finds a crease. Almost escaped. He's in the red zone. A gain of 7 on first down. It'll be 2nd down and 3.
Boy, just a simple power play. Watch the fullback lead through as the lead blocker. This is the kind of thing that Georgia Tech has really struggled with. Undersized linebackers. You see the linebacker right there, 54, Neely trying to get off that block. Georgia Tech, a very undersized defense.
2nd and 3. They keep it on the ground with Miller. And he does not come close to the first down. Euclid Cummings made the stop. There's only 11 players on the field. So Al Golden obviously upset with an illegal huddle or illegal substitution called. I guess at one point or another, the officials claiming that Miami had 12 men in the huddle. But now 3rd down and a couple becomes 3rd down and close to 7.
Yeah, it goes from a run down to a pass down. And
the entire time prepared for the game as well.
That's why your forehead's so bright red right now.
All right, easy 3rd down and 6 for the Canes. Ja'Cory Harris out of the shotgun. Trying to buy himself a little extra time. A flip into the flat to Clements. Nice cutback inside the 15. And he's got the 1st down. The check down from Ja'Cory Harris. And Eduardo Clements made Julian Burnett miss.
You said it
Miami at nearly 70% touchdown to red zone opportunities so far this year. And they are there once again. They line up in the Wildcat. They run an end around to Ja'Cory Harris, who wants to throw. Flips it back across the field, and it's broken up. Intended for Mike James, who gave it to Ja'Cory Harris. 9th play of the drive for Miami. 2nd and 10. Lamar Miller, right up the gut. To the 5. Down to about the 3-yard line. Great block by the center, Tyler Horn.
You can see Georgia Tech, what you call 2-gap defense. You see 96, the nose. Anytime you're a 2-gap team, it's all about defeating blocks. That time Walls couldn't get off the block and make the play. And it's really tough for Georgia Tech because they are an undersized front to just sit there in that 2-gap style of defense.
1st and goal. Lob to the end zone. Leaping catch is made. And they say out of bounds. Clive Walford, the tight end, had it in his hands, but couldn't hold on. Boy, that's close. You can't tell.
Yeah, and then at some point, that line judge, he is right on top of it. I don't think you can overturn that call just because of what you said, because it was ruled an incompletion.
Toss to Miller. Lamar Miller tripped up just inside the 2-yard line. It'll bring up 3rd down and goal.
Pro-style offense, Miami. Offensive coordinator Jed Fish at the Seattle Seahawks last year. You're going to see the toss sweep. You're going to see the... I expect them to go right at Georgia Tech right here.
12th play of the drive. 3rd and goal. Right up the middle. Mike James moves the pile, and he's in. Touchdown, Miami.
And Georgia Tech's only snapped the ball 1 time.
How about a 12-play, 46-yard touchdown drive? How often do you have a touchdown drive that takes 12 plays that begins in plus territory? The Canes play power football with Mike James. And he gets his 3rd rushing touchdown of the season to give them the lead.
There's some empty seats in these stands. There's a lot of things going on outside this stadium in this part of the country.
Tony Zennon will take a knee. And let's head back to Reese Davis. All right, Reese, only the 2nd snap of the game offensively for Georgia Tech. And they pitch it to Orwin Smith. And Orwin Smith has a 1st down out across the 30-yard line. Smith, a gain of 11. Senior number 48 in orange. A 1st down, though, on the last carry for Georgia Tech. This time they try to slice inside. And David Sims meets the impact front for the Canes as we take a look at Georgia Tech.
On defense, Sean Spence, he can fly. I mean, Georgia Tech has to find a way to slow that linebacker down with some misdirection.
2nd down and 9. Again, the dive, and again, nothing there. Maybe a 1.5 yards or so for Sims. That time, Darius Smith was able to make the stop with McConnell Regis than he was with us. A stop, though, by Smith sets up 3rd and 7. Washington cuts it back up inside. Nothing doing. First man there was the inside linebacker, Jimmy Gaines.
For Miami. Net punt, Georgia Tech, 102 out of 120, and they fake it.
And they'll fake it. Very close to a 1st down on the direct snap. Al Golden thinks his defense got a stop.
I think they did.
If our 1st down line is any indication, it's very, very close. Jamea Thomas was the up man. He took the direct snap, and he just barely squeezed across the 40-yard line But Al Golden's already making the call.
And that's like 2 turnovers in this game for Georgia Tech.
Hurricane football.
Now take a look at the fake. It's just going to be a direct snap to one of the personal protectors back there in the shield. Just an off-tackle power play. Really a good tackle, good effort inside out by Miami. Multiple formations by Miami. The NFL influence. Here you see him in 2 tight end look.
Jed Fish, of course, the offensive coordinator with an NFL background. And stumbling out of the gate is Lamar Miller, the 7-0 lead. Ja'Cory Harris lobs a deep ball towards the goal line. Almost intercepted. Thomas back playing center field. Beat LaRon Bird to the ball as we go back down to some
the ball. He's thrown some floaters. He had a wide open receiver that time. He's putting a lot of air under the ball.
3rd and 10. Under some pressure, buying some time. Harris throws it away. There is a reason a lot of people live in South Florida, and we got the chance to experience it the past few days. Miami with a 7-0 lead, and here's the punt for the Canes. Right on the goal line. It's thrown back out in the field of play.
I could see that one.
Kevin Washington bobs and weaves for about 2, maybe 3 yards. Sean Spence makes the stop for Miami as we take a look
at the Georgia defense, though, particularly after that fake punt opportunity.
The toss wide to Roddy Jones. Gets to the sideline. Roddy Jones to midfield. Still inbounds. That'll be a horse collar tackle.
There's the face mask.
They called Roddy Jones for the face mask. The initial call from the official, I think, was that both of the personal fouls were against Miami. Marcus Robinson back in at defensive end for Miami. Option to the near side. Nothing there for Tevin Washington. Maurice, 3rd down and 8. Not the down and distance Georgia Tech will normally flourish in. Tevin Washington, quarterback draw. It'll be 4th down.
Right here for Georgia Tech.
And now you've got the number 14 punt returner back to receive the kick, and it is a terrific kick. Sean Poole unloads one. Benjamin hit the moment the ball arrives. Can you plan it any better? Jermaine Thomas. Back to the offense. Miller brought down right about.
So you see the pro scheme compared to the spread scheme.
Straight drop back for Harris. And he finds his old high school teammate, Streeter. Tommy Streeter down the sideline. Big game for Miami all the way to the Georgia Tech.
You're going to see the linebackers drop. He drops wide. He kind of sits in here, and Streeter's going to come right in that hole. So it's just zone coverage. You see the big hole open up right there. And actually what Al Groh did, he brought the will linebacker, the inside linebacker, which caused that big hole.
Terrific block by Allen Hurns, a wide receiver downfield. 1st and 10. Up the middle for about 4 yards goes Lamar Miller. Miller bounces it outside and gets tripped up. Great play by Cummings again. They've played a lot of close games at 3-3, 1-2 in the conference. A big game, though, against Georgia Tech. 3rd and 9. Here comes the blitz. Harris doesn't see it. Gets it away, and this will float incomplete. Intended for Travis Benjamin and Ja'Cory Harris. He got blasted. Brandon Watts came untouched from the blind side.
Well, anytime you go empty, no backs. If you bring 6, you're going to have 1 free. You're going to see Watts from the bottom. They slid to protection the other way. But when you are empty and no backs, you have 5 blockers. And that time, Al Groh brought 6 guys.
Jake Wyclaw has been perfect this year, 7 for 7 on field goal attempts. This would be his longest of the year, though, from 47 yards out. And it's deflected. The first miss of the season for Jake Wyclaw. And Miami comes away empty at the end of the first quarter. So Georgia Tech statistically dominated for the most part in the first quarter, and yet they're only down by 7. The interceptions thrown by Tevin Washington cost Georgia Tech 7, but it could have been a lot worse for the Yellow Jackets.